Okay, okay. Hello, everybody. This is Edmond Ayubak, the unique construction manager. 5 a.m. Take kind of like the normal for construction managers. We always out of bed as early as we can, so you can get the mind settled and you get prepared for how to coordinate the activities of the day. So a quick one before I dive into what I have to share with us this morning. I just want to say thank you to everybody for your support, to every one of my friends, to every one of my colleagues, to everyone who's been saying hi, who's been congratulating. Yeah, I know, like this wouldn't have been possible without every one of you, your contribution in some way. From my very first day in the AECO industry, I want you all to know for the last 14 years I've gone through this industry right up to now. I'm appreciative of everybody I've come across in one way or the other. Those that helped me when things were really crazy, those that backed me up, that taught me a lesson or two, those who made life difficult for me. All of you are the ones that gave me all of what I was able to put together and come up with this manner which I'm sharing. So thank you all for your contribution. I am truly grateful. And yeah, for everyone that has been asking, how do I get my copy? How do I get my copy? To get your copy, it's easy, especially for everyone who is in Cameroon. Definitely along the way share how you can easily get your copy. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for your congratulations. I truly appreciate them. I truly appreciate them. So this morning I just came to say one thing which, yeah, I've seen it all across my different platforms on social media, and it's one question everybody is asking, and I think that it's important I answer that question for every one of us. And that question is this book profitable to anyone who is not in the construction industry? Like, can somebody who is not in the construction industry benefit from this book? And my answer to that question is real yes. Yeah, I am one person that says your experience as a professional is not just a product of doing just the activity of whatever skill or domain you study to be able to excel in. No, your experience as a professional is a product of every platform and encounter that your life has been able to go through over the years. Because, like it or not, what you gain through might be doing farming, might be doing some other job, is what helps you to be able to might be resilient in your job, resilient in your profession, and do things differently than others. And that has been my story. I've always said I have a lot to say, but that's how it is. I am what I am today. I feel I am an efficient engineer, someone in the eco space, not because I'm so intelligent, not because I'm so outstanding. I'm just one young man who's very interested in learning and learning and learning and not just learning, but sharing what I learn. And I can tell you, for the last 14 years, I've been part of this eco space. You don't even know the amount of things I've been able to do. If I give you an example, I've been a bartender. Can you imagine? Yes, I have been a bartender. Me, I've been a bartender. As an engineer, it's not that I went to school, studied engineer, but I was a bartender. I served my mom's group. They were doing some catering service, and I was the bartender. But I was still an engineer. I'd gone to school. I knew all those things about engineering, but I was a bartender. And what was I able to learn through all that? I was able to learn how to understand some realities as per customer preferences. I was able to learn some accounting through that. I was able to learn some controls through that. Yeah, this guy, I have been. Yeah, I have been a farmer. Yeah, I still remember when I left public works, one of the job I did for 2 years while I was working with the Chinese as a laboratory expert was I had to go back to the farm with my papa. My papa was developing his 10 hectares of cocoa. Yes, I had to go to that work. We walked, we stayed in the forest, we did some development. I learned how to plant cocoa. I learned how to understand the dynamics of the cocoa planting. And how did that help me? Trust me, there's no fun staying in the forest. There's no fun playing with mosquitoes. There's no fun. But I enjoyed those moments. It's one of those moments in my life where I can really say somehow I connected with my dad a lot, because you know those fire times, the early morning hour, when you sleep in the forest, very early in the morning, you are up and you start clearing so that before the sun comes out and the sunflies are disturbing your ears, you're already doing something. Those are great things I learned. And how does that help me? Like, I'm a guy that wakes up very early. There are times in my life I get up as early as 3 a.m., sometimes to study, sometimes to learn, sometimes to check out one or two things, sometimes to create content. Those all of those things, they are helping me in my professional life as a civil engineer. I want to believe I do a lot of what I do because of the many things I've gone through. Yes, I've been a youth pastor. I've actually led the youth department in a church. I've served in a church as a pastor. Trust me, the church has its own dynamics, and you've got to learn all those dynamics. And one of the things I can really say I learned through the church was that of the taking care of people, looking out for people. That's why you see, I'm very much keen to making sure your profession is not just about the profession. It's more like a mission, because you know, for everybody who is purpose oriented, for everybody that's vision oriented, one of the key things we are all connected to when we go to church is where we all are really encouraged to be the light of the world. Are really encouraged to carry the Christ that we have learned into other places. Not all of us get to stand behind the pulpit, as it may be the case. We all have different platforms, and somebody somewhere needs to hear about your Jesus. Not necessarily because you call Jesus, Jesus, Jesus from your discussion, from the starting of your discussion to the end. No, but because you are able to demonstrate something about Jesus. And I can tell you the aspects about Jesus that I love so much are those of him being hardworking, those of him being organized, those of him being somebody who can dare the impossible, those of him being somebody who cares for people. He has, like that scripture, one of the shortest scripture in the Bible, that says Jesus wept. He wept because he felt empathy for somebody who is going through something difficult. And that human aspect is something which we all can attest is a lot very much missing in the corporate world. That's why people treat people like they treat people. That's why people dupe people like they dupe people. And taking into consideration our African context where trust has become so thin, a lot of people don't trust people. Brothers don't trust brothers. Friends don't trust friends. Companies don't trust workers. Workers don't trust their bosses. You can imagine. So this book, The New Order of Leadership, has a lot for everybody. Yeah, why did I choose to come through the construction industry? Is because that is one of the places where I am actually carrying out most of my activities. And I just felt that it would be more comfortable to come from that perspective. But I want to say this for you, a young person, a young professional, irrespective of your domain, irrespective of what you're going for. Yes, there are awesome ideas about your career pursuits, which I believe if you go into them, if you go into this book, you're going to learn. For someone who is just interested in understanding how do I really go about putting some things together, like with the ideas I have. Yeah, you see most of the projects which are highlighted here, some people don't even know they exist in the world. But that aspect of it is just to show you that wherever you are is not the limitation to what you want to do. You just need to be able to spread your horizon. And more so in the time and the age we find ourselves, when information technology has made a lot of things very possible. You can sit in your bedroom and you connect to the entire world. You can sit in your bedroom and you send an information that 8 billion people will be watching, 1 million persons can get. All of that is possible. And going forward with AI transforming jobs and transforming the way people do things, that's an aspect which I addressed there. And whether you are in what profession, know that AI is here and it's part of what you need to do. So the New Order of Leadership is not just a book for construction experts. Yes, in as much as it can greatly help the construction experts, I strongly believe it's for every young person who is interested in leading in themselves first and leading in whatever it is they want to pursue as a career. I have this quote that I always say: more than money, there's a purpose tied to your choice of a career. Until you choose to transform your mindset, that your career pursuit is not just an avenue just for you to make a paycheck, just for you to pay bills, just for you to have something to call a job, but rather a platform for you to Go about your purpose. One thing I know about my purpose, which I'm very, very clear about, I've understood it very well, is that I am blessed to support what people are doing. Have it in me. I can, when it comes to whatever you're doing, somehow I don't know where I pick this trend. I don't know where the ideas and the creativity comes from. I go all out. And if you ask me why, I can't explain it to you, but something in me just keeps propelling me and telling me that is what you need to do. Reaching out, helping others. That's why you see I'm very passionate about helping young AECO professionals to be able to attain a career state where they will not just be working for the paycheck. They will actually have a story to tell. They'll actually have something they're doing. So this new Order of Leadership book, brother, sister, you need it. Don't tell you don't need to be in the construction industry, but trust me, whether you're in the construction industry or not in the construction industry, what I wrote about AI concerns you. You don't need to be in the construction industry, but trust me, what I wrote about the dynamics of the age difference we have in the workforce concerns you, and you need to read it. You don't need to be in the construction industry, but what I wrote about the ideas on leadership, which are shared, concerns you because at the end of the day, we are all leaders in some point, and somehow we just all need to be the leaders that are supposed to make the world go round. For the world to go round, what I mean by the world going round is for things to function properly, for us to do things better, for things to go really smooth. And yeah, there are always going to be challenges. Challenges are part of life, but there is a mindset. I love this quote, which I learned it through my stay in Champions Faith Assembly. It was one of the things which I believe everybody in Champions Faith Assembly learned it because it was a code you cannot forget. There is this definition we have about peace, that peace is not the absence of challenges, but rather peace is your ability to see through challenges onto the solution that can bring a positive change. So you don't go about life saying, "No, there'll be no man." It's going to hit you like crazy, and there's nothing you can do about it. But what you need, what you have, what you have, which you've been endowed with, are your potentials, are your abilities, are your competencies, which you need to fine tune them to be able to do. You don't know half of the craziness I've got to put up with just so I go through my career, just so I talk about it the way I talk about it, just so I do the things I do. But all of it is because I know one thing that I came to understand: peace is not the absence of challenges, it's in my ability to see through those challenges to the solution that can bring a positive change. And I'm one of that guy who has made up his mind that I'll always see through my challenges to a positive change. No matter what hits me, I'm going all out. So you can do the same. I always say we are all unique. That's why I call myself the unique construction manager. But our uniquenesses make more sense when they complement each other. That's why you and I exist here on earth. That's why you are doing teaching work. I'm doing construction work. She's doing lawyer work. Everybody is doing something, but our uniquenesses, when they blend, it saves us a lot of stress. It makes life a lot much easier for every one of us. If I say because I'm a construction guy, I don't need to listen to the mama in the market who is selling her tomatoes, man, I'm mad. I'll go to the market and I'm going to die of hunger because nobody will be ready to sell to me because I've not understood how to deal, how to negotiate, how to make it. So there are lots of things. Like I said, this book is for everybody. It's not just for construction experts. Yes, basically, we came through the construction lens because that is my domain. That's where I'm actually carrying out most of my activities right now. So that's why I had to come through this lens. But there are a lot of thoughts in this book for everybody. Everybody, especially about the corporate society. There are a lot of things I shared in here that will benefit you as an individual, irrespective of the profession you're into. So get your copy. Like I said, going forward on my different social media handles, I'll be sharing how you can get your copy for those of you in Cameroon. For those of you not in Cameroon, yeah, you have the Amazon link which I share. Head out to Amazon, copy, get your copy, your paperback, or you can just reach out with the information I'm going to share in line of Momo account, in line of bank accounts, which you can do direct payments, and boom, your copy gets to you wherever you are in the world. Yes, wherever you are in the world. That's the beauty of when in the era we find ourselves. Wherever you are in the world, you can get this book. There's nothing limiting it. Why? Because I know how to use technology. Why? Because I know how the system, how transfer system work for you to get this book right up to your doorsteps. I know that. That's the beauty of learning, man. That's the beauty of learning. I'm not that guy that thinks like I came from Chang. Yes, I'm from Chang. That's my father's village, and I love it, right? But I'm not limited. Like that's where everything things cannot go past Ayan Chang to Kumba to Yaoundé to Douala to Washington DC to Dallas to Texas. No, it can sure can. So wherever you are in the world, the new order of leadership is here for you and I. It's like I said, it's not here to challenge whatever has been, but rather just to give another perspective. But trust me, because everything we see, every evolution, and even every innovation are a product of perspective. Different perspective, bringing in different ideas, which when they culminate them and use them, it gives us different results. If we want new results, this is something you need, especially in your career pursuit. So I just thought I should share that with us. Yeah, I've gotten that question a lot from a lot of people. Is this book for somebody who is not in the construction industry? Yes, it's for everybody. Yeah, the guys of the construction industry would kind of resonate with it easily because it talks about the construction industry globally. But there are a handful of things that shared inside that can be beneficial to you. And one of it, like I said, is the whole concept of AI, how to use AI, is the whole concept of career, how to go about some things about your career, is the whole concept about the different age generations we have in the workforce and how to go back. That concerns everybody. It's not a construction industry thing. Those things are things that cuts through every industry. So please get your copy. Yeah, get your copy. Whenever we get to meet one on one, I'm definitely going to sign. We can have a chit chat. And for employers, especially Cameroon AECO employers, please get this for your engineers. You know, one of the default why there's lack of innovation in most of your companies, why there's lack of people taking initiative and always waiting for the boss to do. There's that gross self-centeredness where the employee only thinks about himself and the employer only thinks about himself. I believe these ideas I shared here is definitely going to help you people find a link where the employee gets to find fulfillment working for you, giving their best to your company, so you all succeed and succeed in a great way. So all employers in the AECO's place, please get this for your engineers. It's very important for them. They will learn a lot. They will do a lot much better. And we keep living the eco industry and the world a lot much better than we find it. It's been Edmond Ayubak Egbe, the unique construction manager. Please get your copy. Get your copy. It's very important. Okay. Till next time, let's stay together. Let's keep giving our best with the potentials we've been blessed with to make impact, to show people that the Jesus we know is not just about talking. He's blessed us, he's endowed us with lots of potentials for us to be a plus to our generation, for us to be a plus to the people we meet, for us to be a plus in the systems we become part of, for us to be a plus in wherever we go. So get your copy. And if you like us to have a chit chat, a question and answer sessions, so your people can better exploit this book to their advantage, I'm all open to have that discussion. So please get your copy. All right, get your copy. It's you're gonna love it. I can't tell you more, but I know one thing for sure: you're going to love it. You're going to enjoy reading this book. It's not just this type of books where we've copied ideas from generation from left to right. I'm one guy that when I want to learn something, if it needs me going right down to the suburbs just to get that information and get it firsthand, like fact check it. Most of what I wrote in here is I've actually fact checked them to be sure that what I'm writing, I'm not just giving you a story. I'm actually telling you something which you should know, which I believe if you tie it to your own unique reality, it's going to give you a result. So get your copy. Okay. Thank you very much. See ya.